Hi guys, and welcome back to Meccano Creations. So today I bring to you the second building of this medieval township project, which is this medieval coaching inn. As you can see from the title of this video, I have formally named my township, so grab a coffee and stay till the end for all the details on this project. For the medieval township, I started with this marketplace diorama, which was a mixture of ideas from Pinterest. I recently found a wonderful site called Tabletop World, which makes this highly detailed resin buildings. I was highly impressed by the level of the detail, so I thought of recreating these designs using Meccano. I did the first project based on the design and posted them here, so if you have missed it out, click on the link in the description. I would also like to acknowledge another wonderful YouTube channel, which is really the inspiration behind this medieval township project. So a shout out to Neil from Real Terrain Hobbies. So Neil, if by chance you're watching this, I love your channel and keep the good work going. So coming back to this project, this took me around 3 weeks on and off between work and other things. I think I put around a couple of hours on an average each day. The design can be found on the Tabletop World website. They have a wide variety of shots from different angles, which allows you to have a feel for the design. I was initially skeptical about this project due to the complexity and the overall structure, but decided to have a go anyways. But I am very happy with the end result. I had posted this on Facebook the day I finished it, and it has got some very positive initial feedback. And this gives me the confidence to handle the future projects as well, which may not be as big as this one, but surely will add a lot to this medieval township. As you can see, the entire structure has 3 floors. The model is built as different individual levels, which just sits on top of each other, and it makes it very easy to move in case I have to change the layout of this township or for general maintenance. The lowermost level is fully simulated stonework. I am almost out of double angle strips now after finishing this model. I had to order a lot of these parts from Mechanix, which is a Meccano compatible set here in India. They are very responsive to my orders and got it delivered very quickly. So thank you Mechanix for that. The lower level is very detailed. The arch at the back is probably the reason I thought of doing this project, as well as the woodwork and the windows. The second level is built differently, as the exterior walls are supposed to simulate walls made of wattle and daub. This was common building material apparently for those times, and the model needed to look similar. So I used individual strips instead of double angle strips for the walls. Coloring played a big part in getting this texture, as you can see here. The complete structure is painted around 90% by airbrush, without which this level of details would have been very hard to accomplish, especially for me who has no painting talent. I start with a very light yellow ochre color, and then in the corners are a bit darker shade. To simulate stains and grime, I used burnt sienna and lightly airbrushed it around the crevices and the corners where you would think grime would be. All in all, I think the coloring is fine. Again, I cannot imagine doing this using a normal brush. The topmost floor is similar to the middle one, so I won't take too much time explaining that, but I really liked doing the windows on this project. Again, at the back you can see the same kind of wooden pattern, which is really extensive, but it was really fun to build. One of the hardest parts of this build was figuring out a way to do the roof of this coaching inn. It has almost 90-degree turn, which I was anxious about, but I was able to do it using a lot of obtuse angle brackets. The roof has to be the hardest part of this build, but looks gorgeous. For coloring the roof, I made use of a spray can I already had. This is a Mars red color, which suits it perfectly. You would also notice the details in each of the windows. This is nothing but a mosquito netting available in hardware stores. There are 4 different sized windows in this model, so I cut different sizes of the netting, and at the back I have a transparent plastic sheet which is colored dark blue. These panels were then simply hot glued to the back of the windows. Once I put the lighting here, it emits this beautiful color and looks fascinating. There are 4 doors in the coaching inn, 2 at the front, and you have a doorway in the arch and one in the middle floor to give access to a small platform here. All of these are just fixed in place as I had run out of hinges. I used burnt sienna to simulate the woodwork, and the metal bracing is colored gold. All in all, very happy with the overall look on this project. This has got to be the most beautiful structure I have built considering the scale and the complexity of this project. I also created a base for this build. The building itself, as you can imagine, is very heavy, so the base needed to be tough. So I used 8mm thick MDF board for the base and then glued 5mm foam sheet on top of this board for the stonework. I used foam again for doing the curve as well. The painting is nothing new. I had demonstrated this technique on one of my earlier videos, so if you want to know the details I will have the link in the description. Overall, really hard work and a lot of time spent in this build, but totally worth it. Do let me know what you think in the comments. Once again, thanks to Tabletop World for creating such detailed building, and a shout out to Neil from Real Terrain Hobbies. In case you are watching, do let me know if you like this, it would mean a lot. So thanks for the time you guys. Stay tuned for future projects. I think it's going to take a while to start my next build, partially because I'm totally out of parts. I have to restock soon, but I want to take the time to do something which is very important, which is to build characters and build kind of storylines based on around these characters. They will inject life into this township, so very excited to build these characters and build sort of a small story around them to showcase life within this medieval township called Meccano Shire. Thank you, and till we meet again, stay safe.